Hello, welcome to United Kopitiam. Um,
Hello. Welcome.
welcome.
Hi.
Yeah, move your head left to the left.
To my left, is it?
Yep. A bit more. Yeah. Cool. Actually, after recording, I don't know how it's gonna come out because that day actually come out very fine, even though you're far on the right.
Oh,
But let's see how lah. Let's see how. Okay. Anyway,
yeah.
hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone wherever you are. So we are United Kopitiam, Malaysian fans channel up of Manchester United, and we are conducting a lot of videos just actually to talk more about Manchester United because since we are always love to talk about Manchester United, why not just bring it live to YouTube? And if you are from Malaysia, Singapore, or wherever Asia, even around the world, if you want to join into our discussion, please do like, share, and subscribe to our little channel. Help our little channel to grow. So yeah, today we are going to analyze the game in depth in Manchester United versus Inter Milan.
Yeah.
I think the
Mhm.
consensus are it is a great game.
Yes.
Not by scoreline, but actually is a
Yes.
great game just because everything that we do comes off very well. And yeah, it's a brilliant tactic, and I think going forward, this is what we're going to see from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yes.
And I think the
Like,
first talking point that we have is definitely how exciting our youth is shaping up to be this preseason. So my question to to my partner in crime is how do you see our youngsters shaping our next season in Manchester United? Do you see them playing a big role?
okay. First thing first, because Ole Ole used to work with youth, right? Before he stepped up to become a full-fledged manager, whether it's in Norway or Cardiff and whatsoever. But he used to work. He loves to work with youth, and you can see the way that he puts his tactics, especially during the Inter Milan game. Now everybody is talking about the high pressing and also the intensity that Ole puts in. So given how Ole puts it, you can see he wants that kind of energy from the youth, just to get the whole squad moving. Um, if you look at the fixtures for Manchester United next season, we do have the Premiership, the league. We do play now. We play Europa League. It will be basically Thursday night, and then it will be towards the weekend. We do have League Cups, we do have FA Cups. So by these youngsters, the kind of exposure through for in the first team, I think Ole is going to put youngsters ahead for such fixtures pile up whenever we come, because the intensity we're doing right now is actually showing fruit. It's actually bearing fruit, but I don't know whether we do have in the squad to really make sure that the whole strategy works for the full season. So going forward, yeah, I can see youngsters play a big part, especially with what Ole has in mind now, and we can see it in the preseason. Yeah, that's what I think about the youngsters.
Yeah, who is the one individual that you really want to see excelling next season?
Uh, is it from the academy or the new signing or what?
From
Because we do sign.
any youngsters.
First thing first, we do. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how Mason Greenwood is going to be included in our attacking setup, and at the same time, I would like to see more of James Garner, and also the newest signing being big parts of our big games. Because
James and Bisaka.
yes, James and Misaka, because in order to know what it is to look at how they play in pressurized games. Example like playing against the Manchester Derby, or playing against Liverpool or playing like in the first game of the season we are playing against Chelsea, right? So that's I think by
Yeah.
far our newly formed team by Ole. So I consider as a newly formed team by Ole because I discounted last season because he took it halfway through.
In the
So
middle.
I
Yeah, yeah.
consider yeah. So those are the individuals that I would like to see more of them playing in the next season. Yeah.
Okay. You see, you see, I've been loading James in a quick reaction, right? To me, he's one of the player of the match, the man of the match of the game. I totally miss Wan Bissaka, right? I totally forgot about him. But every time he made a tackle, actually, the match, every time he made a tackle, you can hear
The
the
crowd, you know.
cheer from the crowd. Yeah,
Yes.
the crowd.
Yeah.
It's really whoa, and I really think that Wan Bissaka is really that good. And what a buy we had in Wan Bissaka. And not to forget that Daniel James has really stepped up, and he actually got himself in a good position to cross, to shot. He really showed himself. Maybe not as well as Wan Bissaka did because his defending is phenomenal. But
Yeah.
James, even I think there's one time where I saw James coming all the way back to tackle. So and he is a right winger. So he
Yeah.
got into a really good position to shoot and to cross. Just that his final ball is still wanting. He is slightly younger than Wan Bissaka, but I think he did really well in in a star-studded in a Manchester United team. You know,
But
playing for
yeah.
the best team in the world. That's for me. So I think the question I think again against our youngster James. No, the question is Duncan Castle has come up to say that uh
Mhm.
70 million. Manchester United is looking at 70 million for Pepe, you know, to bring in Pepe. So do we need Pepe
Oh,
to come in for the right wing, because right wing has been our troubled position last season. So do we need Pepe, or do we want to put the trust in Daniel James? Is he, or even is Greenwood, Gomez, Chong ready to step up to the plate when the season starts? Do we need
okay.
Pepe?
Uh, the question here, because just now I was talking about depth of the squad, right?
Mm,
Uh, it is what Ole has in mind. You know, if we look at the current setup, now it's three out of three wins. You know, 3 out of 3 wins, and you can see the intensity and how the youngsters have stepped up by showing the intensity and the desire by playing what Ole wants them to play. So I at first I don't actually understand how Nicolas Pepe gets into the fray. Because I do agree with what call that. I do agree with you during the part where we the wingers, as in the wide forwards, right? The wide forwards. We do have the likes of current squad. We do have the likes of Martial, and then we do see sometimes Rashford playing on the right side because last time we do have Lukaku, and we talk about Lukaku later on. But now you can see there are two credible, there are two credible players who can really show that that the position it's for them to take, in the form of Greenwood, in the form of Chong, in the form of Daniel James. So for me, the priority should be focusing towards getting the right midfield and also getting proper a properly experienced centre back. So what we really want at the moment, we have I think we have packed a balance, in terms of getting the youngsters into our attack, youngsters and also the senior players. Now we want reinforcement in terms of the midfield and also the we call it the defenders. So uh, I personally disagree with if let's say if we are looking at Nicolas Pepe, because we do have adequate depth that we want in order for us to really show that we can challenge for the next season. So yeah,
I mean,
for me
if
I disagree.
adequate depth in the right wing position. I mean, I can only say we have Daniel James. Who else do we have on the right wing position?
we still have we still have Alexis Sanchez there. He can play on the right side and also on the left side. Yeah.
But he
So
doesn't play on the right side. That's my problem with him. He doesn't play on the right wing, and I wanted him to play on the right wing when he came in, but he never did. It's like in his contract, he's just he doesn't want to play in the right wing at all. That's just something that's very very weird,
because we
right?
do have because I think in the last showing, Tahith Chong really showed that he can play in that position if he's given
Mm,
the right
mm, mm.
if he given the right minutes to play. So yeah, he's at the right age. He's at the right age to really do well in that kind of position. The intensity, the desire to go forward, to take on defenders, and to really listen to the manager, to really go through the tactics and so on. So he's at the right age. Let's say I'm not sure because Nicolas Pepe comes from League One.
Leo,
Yeah, from Lille, from
yeah,
League
League
One.
R.
Yeah, yeah, League One. So I don't know if he will adapt well or adapt not well, but adapt fast into the attacking play of the EPL teams. But I don't know. I don't know because I think if you watch the highlights on Juventus versus Tottenham Hotspurs, Ndombele, the one that you mentioned, the one that we did not get. Ndombele played well in the what we call that and then you can see midfielders adapt faster than attackers because they know current setup is that
Okay, taking over from him. Yeah, I think one thing about Nicolas Pepe is I think yeah,
yeah.
I'm it's 70 million for him, right? But we have Taif
Mhm.
Chong on the right side. The thing is with Nicolas Pepe, he comes with a lot of credibility because 20 goals in league, more than 15 assists. So he definitely did well on the right wing. But the thing is he's actually another left-footed on the right wing, which means he's a
Right.
inside forward. And
Mhm.
he cuts in and then he takes a. The thing is when it comes to winger and they have a lot of goals, it means they do come into the central position, which is fine by me. But the thing is, like you said, we have Taif Chong and we want to build Taif Chong. Definitely, he's not now,
Yes.
but then again, the question also remains Nicolas Pepe or Jadon Sancho. And like
I think
Klopp has
Sancho,
done,
it's over the top price. It's out of
yeah,
our
yeah.
league.
But that being said, if we did buy well this season and then next season we only focus on one or two position, which mean the right wing, which comes Jadon Sancho next season, because it's not gonna leave Dortmund this season, and maybe another midfield next season. Next season, then we are probably a left back. Backup for Luxor. So I think then we are quite stocked. So I think at the moment, yeah, Tahith Chong, if he does well, we might not even need Jadon Sancho. But the thing is, he is 20. He is the age of Jadon Sancho. So, but he does need time in the team to prove himself. And I've always been not looking forward to Taif Chong. I've explained that, but I hope he does prove me wrong, because he for two games, the first game he did not did quite well, but for two games and including Inter Milan, even that cross that he gave into to Greenwood, who lopped it onto the post, he lopped it over the keeper but hit the post.
The,
Yeah, that was a really really good move, and Tahith Chong actually fell over a lot of times when the defenders trying to tackle him, and he got people on red carded, including the 1% I'm talking about Skriniar, which we've been shouting for our centre
yeah,
back. So
the back,
Tahith Chong is definitely one to watch, right? I rate him okay, but I'm not very excited about him. But let's hope he does prove me wrong, and he did very very well against Inter Milan, and even McTominay did well defensively, and I like to see him before Matic. So the thing is, the question mark is still on Pereira, but for two games also, he has shown that he is willing to run, and his crosses. I mean, people has been talking about his crosses from corners, crosses from midfield, and I think it's he has done well enough to get himself even in the starting lineup, because in our starting lineup we have Matic and Lingard. So very quickly we talk about Matic, Lingard. What are the future for them?
okay, there's been a call. You know what? Just now I heard in the radio, stating that Brian Robson has called for has called for somebody else to take up the captain's armband, and it shouldn't be Ashley Young. He said that anywhere. He said that anybody other than Ashley Young should be, because he in the last season he didn't show the leadership, and he mentioned Matic. He mentioned Matic or Chris Smalling to become the next captain. So if you look at the way that Ole put Matic in, in terms of being in the midfield, trying to steady the ship whenever the attack or whenever we want to turn defense into attack, or whenever we want to defend. It is a reprise rule. I'm not sure whether Ole is going to pick. Ole is going to put Matic in the same basket in the conversation of becoming a captain. But if he does become the captain, indeed he needs to be. He is playing definitely, but in a role of a limited. You know what? In a role of a limited area. In terms of bridging the defense into attack, and also steadying the defense. So that's the kind of role I can see. As for Lingard, also, what the report has been saying is that in terms of the intensity, he has shown the biggest improvement of all the players. Um,
What?
I do agree with you, but I do agree with you in terms of technicalities. Yes, he's still way behind other senior players in terms of being
Technicality, he's
yeah, technicality, in terms of
non-existent.
deserving a
Yeah.
place, deserving a place at par with other technically able players in the senior squad. So uh, you can see that we call that the option that Ole wants to put in whenever he tries to set up a squad against teams that number one, like I said, in terms of Inter Milan game, it was a good tune up, because mid-tier teams in EPL likes to play like that. Really, really play very deep. We need it takes time to break, and then it is that one decisive pass that can create chances and also create goals.
I
So
opened the floodgate.
correct. So he sees the value of a fitter than fit Lingard. A fitter than fit. He sees the value of fitter than fit Lingard. So if he's fit and really wants to um, uh, do whatever it takes for him to be in the squad, I think he does have a role, but I'm not seeing a bigger role compared to other talented or more technically able players lah. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
one thing.
thinking about
Yeah,
Lingard.
one thing I agree with you. Matic is probably gonna start next season. Because that day he sat beside Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the press conference and he answered questions, and it seems that he's going to be the next captain after Ashley Young.
Yep.
Um, uh, he's very slow, but he is good. In the air, he can do the interception. He has a bit of brain, but he passed the ball very very slowly out. He does take a 2 3 few touches, but the first beginning 3 months that Ole Gunnar was here, and I always just say that, hey, even Matic improve, and I hope to see that Matic again. If he's going to become our captain, so. But I do see this season as Fred or McTominay slowly replacing him in the CDM role, taking a bit more uh, responsibility over from him. I think he will slowly hand the baton out to Fred and McTominay in the CDM role. I do not know whether it's Fred or McTominay, but it's either of them. And I don't see James Garner starting much next season. I guess he's not even in this lineup versus Inter Milan. And but I do see McTominay taking the CDM role for himself. Yeah, and in terms of Lingard, I think his best role is as a super sub. That's all. That's all you can say. That he is the right wing option. He is a super sub. He is not technically gifted, but he can get into spaces. He can come back and defend. That's what he's uses for. So when the teams are tired, he is running. So you get something out of it. So that's how I see Lingard is at 27 years old. He's not our youth anymore. Greenwood, I think everything has been said too much about him. I see him playing a big role, but I don't think it's either Daniel James. You see, when you say you have options, I'm thinking of Greenwood or Daniel James on the right side, which I think Daniel James will start ahead of Greenwood, but Greenwood will come in and make a difference. He will be there and there about, and that leaves the question where the Sanchez comes in. I don't really care. Yeah, Chong probably FA Cup,
Yes, every
Carling Cup,
Kalika.
Euro Cup, Gomez too, and Gomez can play the midfield creative role. And I don't see Lingard starting next season. I see Bruno Fernandes coming in. So it's gonna be Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, and Matic in the midfield. Yeah, I think the interesting part is just our youngsters for the right wing. James and Greenwood, even Chong make a difference over there.
Even
Now
Chong.
yeah, that leaves the question where does Pereira fit in, but that depends on how does Lingard comes into play, and uh, the
I
question
can
mark
see
is
that.
just
Yeah, because I can see those two as super subs.
mm,
I've been talking about Pereira. I'm actually a huge fan of Pereira, the way that he plays, but his intensity goes down as the game progresses.
games.
Correct, correct.
Mm,
So as the game progresses, so I can see. Let's say if he wants to be part of the team, he needs to be content in terms of being the super sub role and playing a
mm,
huge part, playing with intensity for 20 or 30 minutes, uh, and then make a difference from that point on, instead of really fighting for the starting lineup. If he values if he values the to be part of a winning team, he needs to really be sure that somebody else can do better on a longer period of time, so he knows where he can contribute and where he can't
yeah.
contribute. Yeah, that's
Like
it.
like I really want to see his lob ball become very much more accurate in his lob ball, because that's about his game. I think his crosses and lob balls are can be accurate. It's inconsistent, but it can be accurate, and he's just practices on it. And his intensity in running up and down can be a very good box to box midfielder for us. His shot is not half bad actually. So that's Andres Pereira. Yeah, hopefully we can see more of him. Actually, to me, I hope to see more of him than Lingard. That's so. I mean, going on the new season, that's our youth. I mean, the future is still future. I don't think it's now at the moment. They're not our starting 11, but they really, really are very good substitute to come in and chase the game because of their intensity, because of their speed, because they are even technically gifted to a certain extent. So I'm very excited to see where they're headed. Very quick about Young. He was booed. He was booed when his name was read out during the game of Singapore in Singapore versus Inter Milan. I just want to say that this is not Manchester United culture. We do not boo our players. We are not Real Madrid, so stop doing it. We have to respect Young for what he is, because he's played right back because he was requested to. He is a right winger and he has done a hell lot I mean, in that team pool, how many players actually can call themselves EPL winners? Ashley Young is one of them. He's done bad last season. He has not been up to par. He was 33 years old. Now he's 34 years old. His leg is going, but that doesn't mean he still can't contribute to our team in terms of dressing room. So yeah, that's my defense against Lingard. He's not good to be started with. Yeah, and he's not going to start because Wan Bissaka is there and Luke Shaw is there. So at the end of the day, but he will be a good influence in the dressing room, and we have to respect that. Respect his name, respect Manchester United. We are not boo boys. Anything to add on that?
Yeah, I do agree with you because he has given so much for the team. He's an EPL winner. Um, he came in at the peak of his career actually. So it is we call that it is the transition that we shouldn't be really, like you said, we shouldn't be calling out or singling out, because the transition
Mm,
that
mm,
not many players, not many players can really change or transition well into as they age, into what kind of role that they need to be in a squad. So age wise, and also the transition on position to play and so on, it does affect your performance. So yeah,
Yep.
I do agree with you.
Yep.
We're not poor boys. It is time for us to really value whatever it is that he has done for the club, and also maybe he can contribute in his own way. Yeah, for because
Okay.
he's done an extension of 1 year, right?
Yep. I have another 5 minutes. We have another 5 minutes. So let's for De Gea, Lukaku, and update on Bruno Fernandes and Harry Maguire. So is De Gea worth 350 millions very, very quickly?
350, is it 350?
375 per week actually. Sorry, 375 thousand pound per week.
Still less than Sanchez, right?
Yep. Yep. He's not the highest paid player.
He
And
should have.
yeah.
You know what? You know what? Sanchez has broken the wage structure in Manchester United. Uh, De Gea should have been paid. Should have been the best paid player in Man United colours because of his great
Five
five
season.
season, correct, great 5 season. He has been player of the year for the past five season. He has
Who
shown that
does that? Which
correct.
goalkeeper actually
He's
can become
yeah,
player of the year for five,
correct,
player of the season for
for
five consecutive
five
seasons?
season, and then he has made tremendous effort. Tremendous effort in order to save our blushes time and time again. He should have gotten that. He should have gotten that contract earlier than next season. For me, he should have
Mhm.
been the best paid player. I think two or three seasons back
Yeah,
when
yeah.
when the rumors stating that he wants to leave for Real Madrid. So yeah, he's worthy of 375.
I think yeah, it's about 2 years or at 2 years too late. And I say that three consecutive seasons of player of the seasons, it's good enough. Yeah, Lukaku 54 million bid rejected. What is the price that we should let him go?
I don't know. Uh, report stating that Man United is it's firm on the 65 or 70 million valuation. For me, if let's say for me if he hits 60 million pound, then just let him go.
Yeah, the thing is, it's all about the add-ons. The thing is, when Harry
Yeah,
Maguire is quoted for us, it's 80 million plus add-ons, and then it somehow we mentioned that that's the way reporting. With us, everything comes into consideration, but when it's
yeah,
come to other club, it's about they only report the base price, but they do not report the add-ons also. So the thing is, yeah, 60 millions plus 10 million add-ons, I think it's good enough. 70 million, you can let him go,
just like
because he's definitely not worth the money that we paid for him. We paid stupid money for him, so people are not going to pay stupid money to us. We became stupid once. Other people is not supposed to be stupid, and then there it goes. But so I think 60 million, 54, 26 million, the is the difference. So I think Inter Milan can pay the 60 million. It's just about the ads on, and it's gonna drag, and but I think Lukaku is gonna go, and yeah,
you
that's all.
see
I
the
think
pace
I think
in the
he has to
Milan
go
game.
because he doesn't play the way that we play.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so very quickly about Harry Maguire and Fernandes. Harry Maguire, apparently there are a few sources that are saying he's a done deal. So definitely from Picture Report, he's the first person who said that it's a done deal. 80 million, 70 million plus 10 million add-ons. Some rumor here and there says it. So, but I don't know. No, nobody. It's not very credible. Simon Stone has not said anything. Nobody is credible has come out to
Like
say that it's a
nowadays,
done deal. Um,
Man United, so you always get that throwback, throwbacks in
yeah,
terms
yeah.
of
There's,
getting.
I think a lot of rumors just. I mean, yeah, a lot of vouchers just come, and a lot of vouchers will come and surround Manchester United because we are just that good at making news happen and making money for newspaper. So, but at the end of the day, yeah, I think any way I see it, I don't care how much is being paid at the moment. If it's 70 million plus 10 million add-on, is good enough. It's overpriced. His English tax, his ad work tax, it's probably 50 something millions, and all this
Yeah,
tax coming in. But at the end of the day, just get it done because we definitely need a centre back. These three games has shown that we do not need a centre back, but don't be fooled. It's only preseason. The real preseason starts with Tottenham.
we really need good.
Um, yeah, yeah. Just a very bit of preview for Tottenham. I think it's a very exciting game, but I'm not going to read a lot into it because it is a practice game at the end of the day. I do not want to see our players
We're
getting
playing
injured versus
first, is it?
Tottenham. Yeah, Tottenham, China, on Thursday, 7:30 Malaysian time. we're gonna end this here. So don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Bye.